Right click to unlock position, and then just drag stuff
Yeah,
around,
yeah.
figure and stuff.
You. Hey, I can barely hear there, Mansa.
How can I be heard?
Yes, you're very clear
Yes.
for me.
Yes, okay. And let me check the siren skippy. Perfect. All right, so there we go. All right, so who's ready to play pretend?
Pretend.
Wow. Do we want to
I
just
guess.
skip tonight then?
No, we're good. We're like playing pretend.
Yeah, we all got here just to skip. No worries, guys.
Okay, well,
Can everybody
I'm
else
ready
hear
to
me
play
clearly?
pretend. The rest of you can go suck it.
I am ready.
We guys had arrived in the swamp to kill Basilisk. You succeeded in your mission and were drawn like moths to a flame to these little flashing lights. That was this strange round object that had been clearly collapsed or crashed into the swamp. You went down some exploring, came back out, took a long rest, went back down, went down to the third level, and found a bunch of different experiments. Found this container that has some magic stuff in it, as well as a whole plethora of body parts, and then came into what would be recognized by the players as an operating room. Um, the characters may not recognize it as such, but they are there are two bodies on these slabs, well lit by lights, and this being was over the top of one, and you guys did some inspecting of the bodies while you were talking to them. It didn't attack you all. You didn't attack it. Basically, it has asked you a couple times now to leave. Please leave him alone. And
Right.
leave where he is. And you've been asking him a series of questions. You found out that it comes from some sort of place beyond this planet, and it is looking for a cure to something that you don't recognize the name of what it's saying, but something is attacking his people, and he's looking for the cure, and that is where we left off. Is there anything else anybody wanted to add or any questions?
So he has not exhibited any sort of animosity towards us looking
He's not
around.
been hostile at all, but he has asked us to leave him alone.
The closest thing he
Right,
came
but
to hostility is when Scrambles walked over to the big table, and he's was his demeanor changed a little bit, and he asked to be. He said, "Please don't touch that."
right.
And here is Toggen.
Excuse me.
Why does this keep getting bigger?
And so, for those of you who didn't read the message du jour,
Nice.
all right, I have heard from Micah in the chat, or I mean on the phone.
Oh, okay.
So I presume he's coming because he did not say he was not.
Right.
So we'll leave Scrambles around for a moment. Give him a few minutes to catch up. Alright, so in the meantime, you guys are here. Let me look. I'm going to do a, let's see, where's the party sheet? Party sheet. I don't have a Genesis with her 57 perception, so I have to check and
Yeah.
see who notices what.
Such a shame. I mean, if only I just made all my
12,
characters
15,
wild
19.
about perception.
Well, Luthien's pretty darn close. Alright, so I've already shared a couple things with Luthien. And I will share this as well.
Where is the good doctor? Oh, he's over there. So the doctor has not moved from his station. He's just keeping a wary eye on us, making sure it's not messing with stuff.
He started at give me just a minute. Well, there we go. My ping mode catches up. He started here when you guys came in the
Right.
door.
That's what I
He
thought.
And then
he
as
moved
you
in
all
that
came
corner
into
as
the
we all
room,
come
he's
in
been
the room.
backing up,
Right.
and now he's back by this table.
And he's pissed.
Honestly, I like based off of all our roles, I thought he seemed more indifferent than mad. Last week, at least, in what I'm remembering.
It's hard to tell because he does not have clear facial structures that you're used to.
Yeah.
His voice is coming from this. He doesn't have a mouth, so it's coming from like his chest area,
The chestal
and
area.
it doesn't sound like a normal voice that you are used to hearing.
But I guessed it right though. It was a learning center, of some sort. Having studied myself.
All right. So as you guys are looking around, and he says, "Please, I insist. Let me return to my work."
So what are we doing here? We're just looking around right now just to find something because we could actually leave him alone, assuming that he's correct.
You guys saw flashing lights and this object in the swamp and decided to check it out. So you have no reason or goal or purpose for being here.
Okay.
I wasn't here last week. Did you guys ask him about A, the people that have gone missing, and B, the origin of his subjects?
Yes, so we know that the people that have gone missing, part of the people that are on the table, one's a furbolg and the other's a halfling, the red one that I called Spider-Man. The halfling was the most, we know is the most recent sacrifice that I forget, the lizard folk left.
Yep.
They found that they would offer sacrifices. I don't remember how often, but they would leave a subject, and then whatever was in the disc thing was leaving them alone. We did ask about the doctor's origin, and it is nothing that we can understand or we understand at all. Um, Basically, he's been communicating to us through basically Google Translate. um, So it's electronic something or other that they're using to translate into our common language. And the doctor is currently looking for, he's researching to find a cure for what we can pick up, some kind of disease that is plaguing their people, but we don't know what it is at all. We have no, like, we can't understand what it means whatsoever in his common tongue.
Well, he's specifically told us now that he is looking for the disease thing.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he's just we don't understand the words that he's using for the disease. We don't know what it is that he's describing. We just know
it's
he's looking for
it's
a
like
cure
if
for something.
somebody said cancer, and if you don't know like the symptoms of cancer or what causes cancer or what anything like that, then you're not gonna know anything other than the
Right,
word
but
cancer, and it's a
right,
sickness.
right. That's what I'm saying. Like, we know it's some sort of sickness that he's researching. We know that the other place that we were in is likely not a trophy room, but more like again a part of a learning
It's
center of some
yeah,
sort.
he's
So we've
studying
gotten that far
basically
in
to
our
find.
investigation.
He's looking for a cure for whatever sickness is plaguing their type of people. We didn't know. We haven't figured out what his origin is outside of. I think he said somewhere from the sky, which then
Well,
and correct me if I'm
Okay,
wrong,
but
Sven, but I thought there
yeah,
was something
from
about
somewhere a
that.
long, long, long way away. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
about way away.
but we don't. That's all the information we got that we could understand.
he seems legit.
So the question is, do we want to try and offer some sort of assistance or just leave?
I
What kind of
didn't he
assistance could we offer?
explicitly say he didn't
I
want
don't know.
anything that we could offer and wants us to leave him alone?
Yeah, he was mostly asking for us to just leave him alone more than anything
Yeah, he's
else.
busy. Got his shit to do. Don't touch my stuff.
Which valid. I wouldn't want random people coming in and like touching all of my crap that I've taken so much time doing.
Well, especially consider what we look like
Oh yeah.
as a group.
All right, so let me see.
There.
I'm gonna do.
Okay,
Oh,
here you are.
you appear to be. He pauses for a moment. Mercenaries, perhaps. I can offer a trade for you to leave.
Uh-huh. My ears perk up. I'm interested. Yes, my intention.
Do you say that?
Getting everybody. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Toggen and Godden should be stepping in here. I think.
But they are not.
I know. That's what I'm saying. So, what are you offering?
I have weapon. I have not seen. So of my own making, I will give to you to leave.
What do you think, guys?
Well, if we're not planning to try and do anything anyway, then why not get something out of leaving? Sure.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, the only thing I can think of that would be negative is if he's actually handing us one of his bombs he's making. saying it's a good thing to have around.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, take anything he's willing to give us, sure.
What is
Luthien,
this weapon?
I think Luthien's gonna ask him if he's made any progress in his research. Or does he think he's making progress in his research?
A cure has not been found, but research is progress in and of itself.
True.
I think Luthien. I'm not sure what this guy is, and I'm intrigued personally. Um,
Yeah.
Luthien's gonna ask like if she can offer any medical knowledge, anything that she knows that might be useful. Herbal knowledge, like it's kind of like the general, just that she knows about medicine and healing and potions and all that stuff.
I also very much want to be able to help this guy, but he does not seem to want our help.
Mansa, I can't hear you. Damn it.
Turn me up then.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I've already got you at 150%. Damn it. I'm adjusting now. Making
Go ahead and give
adjustments
me
now.
a one of the charisma checks, Luthien. Whatever you're trying to use, intimidation or persuasion or diplomacy, whatever. Lying.
He's not here.
Give me a second.
I want to use my comprehend languages on myself, uh, just in case it'll give me something that we are missing. I doubt it will, but it's tongues, so it gives you the literal uh translate. Actually, uh, actually, here, let me just put that in chat.
I'll hex you for that one.
Why would one such as you wish to aid in research?
I believe that all life is important, and if I can be of any sort of help, then I wish to offer aid.
And learning is always good. Says.
So, Toggin, it is very hard to hear because he is sort of speaking very softly, and then the whatever it is that's on his chest is then broadcasting loud in common, but you are able to pick up very faintly a couple of the words that he says, but it's in a very different language than what is being projected. Being 20 feet away, it's hard to pick up everything that he says.
Right.
Well, I'm moving closer, and I guess I'm going to back up Luthien. Um, I am also interested in the medical information. Is this a disease that can affect creatures on this planet?
At this time, the my information is incomplete. I cannot render a response.
That's fair. How long did he say? Or how long has this ship been here?
It has not been said. The
We know
lizard people
from the
said
lizard folk. Yeah, and
the leader of the lizard folk has said it has been there as long as he's been alive.
Wow.
Wow.
I think and generations before that too, right? I thought it went back at least since his father was around too.
Yes, and you would know from the moss and things that are on the outside of the ship that it's been. It would have to be at least. You don't know the compound of the ship itself, but some of the vines and things that are around it and things back up what they're saying. It's at least 10, 15 years, but again, you don't know the what the ship is made of, so how fast things would grow on it.
Well, I guess I'll just ask. How much time have you spent researching?
My research began on at my home and all throughout the trip here. I have been here 122 of your years.
Nice. So what's the offer? He's only looking for us to get out. That's the only requirement he's asking for.
He
Well,
offered a weapon for you to leave, and then the two of them said they wanted to help him study, help him research.
Okay. Right.
Says,
Okay. Cool.
I cannot. And he's looking for words. Um, Reimburse you and your time. If you wish to help, I do not know what you can accomplish because you do not know how to use the tools that I use for my research. My research would not help you if you are looking for ways to progress in your world with your knowledge. This is not the place. Go ahead and both of you give me insight in the tower. Again, because there's no facial expression, you can't even tell by the tone of his voice. Although Taugen, you get a little bit of a bonus because you can hear his voice a little bit. It is difficult to read and tell exactly what's going on with him. Um, he doesn't seem opposed to the idea. He just is not sure how helpful you would be. So it's not like he's shutting you down completely. He just is not sure if it would be beneficial for him.
Right.
It's fair.
Would you look like ruffians?
Well, to be fair, he probably has no idea whether or not we look like ruffians, because, like, totally different culture.
True.
Maybe to him, Luthien looks like the most dangerous because she's the shortest person here. Like,
Also, the most normal.
who knows what normal
Hey, hey.
is?
So I don't have Discord up top. If you guys let me know when Micah pops into Discord, he's already on the table.
Micah is
So
He's
it can
on
be
the
short.
Discord,
He's
just muted.
I'm here. I've just been waiting.
So the only thing that's happened is he said he would give you a weapon if you leave, and then Luthien and Toggin said they wanted to help him research. And that's where we are now.
Okay. Well, it doesn't seem like we can be very helpful to help him research.
Right.
So did you want to try to sell yourselves and explain how you can help, or are you just going to go? What do you want to do, Toggin and Luthien? And are the rest of you going to do anything?
Luthien
and
will
no.
say, we can look for information or any, whatever new things, new stuff that you've not come across. Is there a way to contact or share or give this information to you outside of coming back? We can send stuff, send stuff. It's just not super easy to. This is not prime role playing, Joe tonight.
All right. So he says, picks up the weapon looking thing. It looks like a crossbow without strings, and hooks it, puts it underneath his robe, and then he says, "Follow with me," and he will start walking toward the bottom of the room.
Doggin is trying to stay close to him to be able to hear what he's saying.
Scrambles will follow too.
So he comes down to this table that has, similar to some of the other tables you've seen, lots of flashing lights, lots of things on it. And he picks up a small device, speaks into it, and Toggin, you can hear him a little bit. Again, he's not really whispering, he's just talking in a low tone into this thing that he's holding. But you don't, while you you are hearing what he's saying, it's not making a whole lot of sense to you. You get the gist. He's asking for this table to prepare something. And then he a little light flashes. He slides open a small panel, reaches in, and he's holding this small vial, and he turns to you, Luthien, and unscrews the little top and says, "If you wish to assist, you may drink this, and it will help you understand what I am looking for."
You know what? Fuck it. Luthien's gonna take it, smell it a little bit, look at, see if she can identify any of the whatever was used inside of it, and then if she recognizes any of it or doesn't, she's going bottoms up.
All right, give me a percentile.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
So it tastes like cherry and smells like cherry. And then I need a
Like, okay, but like good cherry or like the nasty cough drop syrup that I had to take when I was a child?
like the good maraschino cherry juice.
Okay.
Um, and then I need a D10,000. No, I'm just kidding. So he takes back the empty vial and speaks a couple more commands, and reaches down below and hands you several pieces of paper. And you can see that this is a list of herbs and whether and how many that he requires.
Or, well, I guess I wouldn't know this.
And as you're reading them, your mind knows this is some sort of magic that's happening, because the word that's on the page is not what you're thinking as you read each word. You read a word and then you think lilac, and you know the word you're reading is not lilac.
That is flipping ass cool. I'll take it. If I die tomorrow, I'm so happy I made that choice, y'all.
Well, if you die tomorrow, we can bring your body back here for this
It
guy.
can be for science.
That's right.
He
Just
really
take care of my
he
dog.
he wanted you to help so that you would drink that thing so that he could get another free test subject without having to wait for the next one.
Pretty much. Alright, Luthien is going to. I don't know if she has parchment and paper. I'm assuming one of us does. And as she. Is there a table or honestly?
You have some dried leaves that you use for emergencies.
I was gonna say, honestly, at this point, she's probably gonna stand a little bit back further and then, like, sit down on the floor, and as she's reading the parchment, write out in common the herbs that they're looking for.
All right, and as you're so Toggin and Luthien, give
How
me
funny would it be if
percentiles.
you don't know common now?
Yeah.
Like you know what he's writing, but now you don't know everybody else's language.
Yeah, he can't
That would
speak
be pretty
anything
fucking
else when
funny.
he's talking. That's right.
What did you ask for?
Percentile, both of you. In the regular chat, it's fine.
You want another one from me? Okay.
Yes. Okay, and I heard and understood the last part of what you were doing. Where are you writing this, and why are you writing it?
So then Toggin can have. Mainly, she's thinking so Toggin can have a list too.
Gotcha. Okay,
But
so
she's
you're doing
just
it
right.
on a separate.
Yes, and then
Okay.
just like on, she's just singing
Well,
on
you
the
do not have
floor.
paper. Just saying. In your
Oh,
inventory.
okay.
So
Well then I will. Yeah, if anybody does or any sort of parchment at all, then Luthien will take it. And or
I
if
would
nobody
presume
has it,
Godin would. He's the cleric. Maybe. I don't know if witches have paper or not, but
I don't know. I haven't looked.
all right. So the two of you talking, you don't know as many of the herbs that Luthien does, which is not really surprising since she has gone to. She is an arc druid. Um, but
Yeah, and I've
and
lived on the mountains my whole life, so understandable.
What druid?
ARCH. That means she's been to every single enclave. So there's each
Oh,
major
like an
area: grassland,
archdiocese
forest,
or something.
swamp, tundra.
I realize
Have
yeah nobody in
Is it
Mantha
similar to
knows
the
my
Catholic
backstory.
archdiocese type of thing?
and so most all druids start with a particular circle. She's a circle of the forest, but she's also then gone to each enclave and spent time studying and learning, anywhere from 1 to 3 months per enclave. And then when she finally finished her studies at the Grasslands enclave and became an arc druid at that point, recognized as an arc druid. Anyway, um, you just don't have any of these things on you at the time.
Yes, then if nobody has paper, then Luthien gonna ask the doctor if they have any form of writing utensil and parchment or something.
Yeah, Godin, Toggin, do either of you have paper?
Look, man, I've got
I don't
a
have.
diary I need to translate, and I've got a map that we can write on the back of. Like that's what I've got.
And I've got a
Yeah,
scroll of
this
hit
makes sense.
objects I could use the backup. That's about it. I don't think I could.
Okay,
I did not get a
so
clear
Right.
pack
I
of
have
some.
I have a notebook.
You have a
a
I have a
notebook?
notebook?
notebook.
Oh,
Yeah,
hell,
it's
then yeah,
of
give me
course
that
it.
notebook.
Well, when you write anything in it, it disappears after a certain period of time.
Oh, that's not helpful then. Never mind.
So therefore, no.
he didn't ask. He just here's a notebook. Okay, spent an hour and a half writing this list.
Turns around, it's all
It's
Then it
gone.
gone.
disappears 5 minutes later.
You didn't
You watch it
ask. I don't
disappear
know what you
before your
wanted
eyes.
it for.
Oh my god. Alright, if that's the case, then
You missed
Luthien
your
will
chance.
just.
So yes, the diary, you can rip out a couple pages of that. That's fine. Um, so
Like blank pages, yeah. Then she'll do
There
that.
you
She'll
go.
take some time,
so
start writing
you
it.
guys should probably actually. You also don't have a quill and ink, so when you get to a city, you can do that transcription if you want. Next time you're at the store, may want to pick up quill and ink and
Yeah, and some paper.
paper.
The first time she's had to actually write anything down, so.
That's right. It's the only time.
Would my uh, blacksmith toolkit, wouldn't that have some sort of way of marking things, like a piece of chalk or something?
No.
No. Okay.
It's okay. I'll plan on
I
doing
have
that.
buckloads of chalk. I don't have paper.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I'll just
Literally,
say at some point
literally,
when.
all I get is like incense. So I don't have
I have
anything either.
ass loads of chalk. I don't have any paper.
Oh my gosh.
I have like
Why do you,
multiple colors of chalk and shitloads
why
of
do
it.
you have chalk?
I was using it to
Because
mark a
we were
dungeon we were
marking.
in.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
marking
I got
everything
you,
for a long
Chalk.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have magic
Get
chalk and
yeah,
everything else. Yeah,
Yeah, I got all
some mini
sorts of cool
Well,
colors and
shit
stuff. Yep.
that's not paper.
alright. Well, since we got what what Luthien was wanting or could help with, I think Luthien's gonna um she's gonna thank the doctor, and she's like, "We will leave you to your research." And she's gonna start heading out, honestly, because she respects. I think, is this door still closed? I thought we left it open, but maybe it is closed. I lost track of what the door is.
right there.
Luthien's gonna walk out the door. She's not gonna tell everybody to leave, but it's clear that she's done with the conversation.
All right. So talking when
Uh,
you answered Luthien's question about do you have paper, the doctor very visibly looked at you and sort of turned his head, cocked his head a little bit, and
Oh, is it because he could
he
understand me?
says, "How do you know that language?"
I do not know what language you are speaking of. I am able to use magic. This magic allows people to understand what I am saying.
This is unique form of magic. You are not, again, he's searching for different words, wizard or divine caster.
No, I am not one of those.
What is the magic you use?
My magic draws on energy from nature.
All right, and you see him speak into his little thing, and again, the
Oh,
box is he's requesting something from the thing in his hand. He opens up the little cabinet, drinks. How did you arrive here?
I walked. We went through a door under the
He
surface of
starts
water.
speaking into his thing again.
The door, man. I used the goddamn door.
I used the door!
Takes another drink.
I know he probably means something else, but that's
Oh,
what
it's
I
so funny.
know. I haven't even been riding any animals. I've been walking this whole time while people are on their mounts.
Oh yeah, because we don't have anything that you can actually fit on.
How many are in your mercenary group?
There's 5 of us, if you do not count the
And you see
wolf.
he nods and puts things away, and then um, starts walking away.
You don't count the man
Oh,
eater.
Oh, actually, I guess there's 6 because there's Blade, but
Well, and Korean scrambles. I mean, Korean tricks.
oh shit, there's 8.
There's a fuckload of us, plus the right Rinden.
And I guess one of these days maybe Zorkel could come back, but I gave long story short, I gave him the answer that is most accurate to the situation, whatever that answer might be. I'm not trying to lie to him.
Okay. Go ahead and give
We have
me
a fuck
insight
ton of
checks.
people, okay, man? That's all I know.
The DC is going to be, you can understand, so I'd say it's going to be 15.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So he
Nice.
was getting you to speak. He didn't really care what you were saying. He was
Yeah.
just asking questions. Then he drank
Mm.
enough of these little things and got the result he wanted and then walked away. So he's talking to you, Jackson. Do you
Yes.
wish to follow the other?
Yes.
Or do you
It's fine.
demand payment? Or do you wish
No, I'm fine.
combat?
No, I'm fine. I acquiesce. Give me a roll something.
Alright, he'll turn to you, Scrambles, and say the same thing. Do you demand payment? Are you going with your compatriot? Do you wish combat?
I'd like payment. I don't know what for, or what for really, but I would love to be paid. I overheard something
Take a
about a
treat.
weapon. Overheard something about a weapon earlier. I'm very interested in that.
Scrambles is like, payment's an option? Hell yeah.
I don't know if I've done anything to warrant a payment, but sure.
He offered
He was
to give you. He says he sees you all. He noticed you all were mercenaries. So he'll pay you to leave because he wants to be left alone.
I would like that. Yes. I would like to be paid to not be inconvenient. Or if you have a cool weapon, that sounds neato also.
Alright, so he will hand you. He walks over and he brings out this thing that looks similar to the thing that he put under his robes. And he also hands
Ah,
you
sneaky.
let me check something. Okay. Yes. All right. So he hands you this thing. It looks like a complicated series of tubes, and metal bits that have been melted together. And his best way to describe it, sort of like a crossbow without a string. So there's a clear trigger, and there's a pointing arrow. There's a knob on it.
Hey, how do I use this? Just curious.
He walks back over to where he was, speaks into the thing, and then we'll hold out a little vial to you.
I take the vial.
Okay? Give me a percentile.
Okay.
So I do not care for black licorice.
Yeah, me either.
Um, so that's
It's
what it
really
tastes
gross. What do
like
you
to
think?
you. Is it tastes like black licorice? Um, but you are opening up your thing.
Hmm.
Here is what this is looking so weird until I move it. It's like every window is just a little too small, and then I bring it out a little bit, and then it fills in the graphics of everything. It's weird. All right, so I'll ID it for you. Locked, not identified, identified. So you have a solution propulsion mechanism,
And let me whip that out.
My mouth is a solution propulsion mechanism.
and there you go.
Yeah.
So that's what it does. You do not have to use it yourself. You can now it does require attunement. Um,
I hate all of this. I'm not outside of the game. There's no way I'm going to read any of this shit. So this is going to become somebody else's weapon quickly. This is far too complicated for any of the crap I want to read. So, ooh, that's neat. I appreciate you telling me how to use this. And then
Luthien would probably
Sure.
take it if you gave it to her.
I will walk over and hand it to Token.
all right,
And then
the
let's
rest
get the
of you
fuck out of
leaving.
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. Hagen and I are having a conversation about a magical possibility. It occurred to me I have the ability to cast lesser restoration, which cures a disease. The question would be whether giving him a scroll and/or a potion. I was trying to see if Toggin can make a potion of one. I can make a scroll of one, given time, but I don't think I can't make potions. But I can cast the spell and make a scroll. Um, or if I can find some way to teach Toggin the spell, then Toggin can make a scroll or a potion, if that's even possible. I'm not sure what Toggin can learn.
Um, I'm just since we're holding up, I'm not gonna type it out, but Togen says that is not how potion making works. I could experiment with ingredients to try to make that magical effect, but it would take time and research. Basically, Mantha saying, I can't do
No,
that spell with potions,
got
and
it.
I can't just learn one in potions.
I just didn't know if that might be something he could replicate if I was able to cast a spell on something. I mean, I don't know what kind of magic he's using. Um, the doctor.
Right.
Can you translate for me and communicate that question? Tell him I have magic that does cure a disease, but I don't know whether it would be useful to him in terms of replicating.
He can understand what you're saying. He's got his Google Translate.
Oh,
We've been speaking in common this entire. At least Luthien's been speaking in common this entire time.
yeah, but he doesn't always understand what I'm saying. But she's got that language thing going too. But I will. Yeah, I'll tell him that. Would this be of any assistance or not? I mean, if I was to take a sample that is diseased and cure it using my spell, would it aid you in any way to the study?
Right.
In my time here, I have tried using what you refer to as lesser restoration and greater restoration to no avail.
All right then. Bye. That's all my ideas.
It was a good idea.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
It's all
Well, I
A
good.
good
was
thing
thinking
for
even if
George
he
making sure
couldn't,
that nothing
if I
happens
could,
to samples.
if he was able to replicate in some way, or if he didn't have access to it, I could make him a scroll, and he could, you know, over time, I could actually probably sell him a bunch over, and give me so he could at least cure people.
Right.
But if he's looking for a cure that is non-magical, I don't have any help that I can give him. I don't think we haven't found one on this existence, or Toggin would have it.
He's probably looking for a cure that it uses his own magic, which
Right.
in this, which we don't know, but in this case would probably be technological in nature. He's
Right.
probably looking for some sort of sciencey cure, and what we
Yeah, and
have is
we
magical
haven't, as
cures.
far as I know, on our planet in this system that we're in, we have not found a way to use your skills, meaning herbals and things like that, to cure a disease. At least not at the level we're at. I don't know what you're able to do in the long run in terms of disease. If
I can look.
with like high level um, herbal
Witchiness.
stuff. Yes, I'm trying to be politically correct, but yeah, the I don't know what the what the I don't know anything about your skills and how high they go with what they can do with the magic that I'm used to.
The dark arts.
Yeah, uh my potions can't really do that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, as a healer, I mean, I know some of the history of medicine in this era. I just don't, and I don't know of anything other than magic that actually cures diseases here, except for specific diseases that have specific cures that have been discovered for. I mean, I even in magical disease, there are certain things that can cure some things like that. There's one that I know of that is only cured by getting into direct sunlight for a period of time. But other than that, I mean, other than something that we know
Vampirism.
about,
I think that
that,
does the
that
opposite.
too.
Oh, it's a
Oh,
It
it
cures
cures.
you. Once you're
Yeah,
dead,
you're
you don't
cured.
have vampirism anymore.
there you go.
Reminds me a little of I don't know if anybody ever watched Dexter. The
Yeah.
old
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah,
very
bud.
first season of Dexter, there was a scene where he's in with his father who's dying of whatever, but it turns out he's not really completely dying yet. There's a nurse that's slowly poisoning him, and the first clue they get is because she says something as she's like, well, he's but he was getting better. Oh, and then she says something. Oh, everybody's better in the hereafter or something like that. It's like, wait a minute, what? Yeah, I mean, when you die, you're a lot better. It was a very creepy statement from a nurse. Anyway, I digress.
All right, so
Anyway,
Scrambles, are you leaving?
Yeah. He paid me to leave. I'm gonna honor his wishes and go.
All right. So, is there anything else you guys wanted to do in this object, or are you heading out back to the surface?
Surface.
I think we
I'm gonna
know
head out.
the mysteries have been solved as to why people are disappearing, what this thing's here for. Unless there's great wealth to be found, I don't see the point in staying.
Right.
I vote
Because
surface. Doggin's just
Yep,
like hanging
Luthion's gonna go at
around and
surface.
making sure weird stuff doesn't happen as people are leaving.
Okay. And then one last time, because I'm. Oh, where did that go? Here it is. So I get rid of the line of sight. This is what it looked like originally.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad you
Very cool.
spruced it up.
And as I've said before, if you watch some of my prepping for D&D stuff, there really is nothing wrong with using this. It's all make believe anyway, but I prefer. I think it's a little bit more fun. Something like this, it's a little bit
It's
more
a lot more fun. You did a great job, dude.
in depth,
I hope it doesn't take you too long.
and so like
No, it's really the different. I mean, it's uh, playing on a grid on a table where you're drawing, in
exactly,
between rooms, compared to somebody that you go into somebody's house and they've got this whole setup with all the minis and the whole an entire uh, miniature city built and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
their
You're like, holy
buildings
crap!
are like
Yes,
actually like 3D actually there. You
yeah,
can
and
yeah,
you guys
pop
get
off
kicks the
and the
top off
floor
it when
plans
you go
laid
in. You can
out.
see what. Yeah, it's crazy. I've played with a couple like that, and it's insane. But the amount of work involved to get that ready is can be asinine.
yeah. I spent
Sometimes
just over an hour today on a picture for Sunday night's campaign that they'll look at probably for a minute, maybe two, and then close and never look
and
at it
there's
again.
the other part of it.
But
Oh,
That's
hey
one of the
man, you
reasons I
tell me
like.
what
I like.
picture it is, I might look at it for 3. You're welcome.
I know
so
it's that's when I DM. That's one of the reasons I like sticking to things where I have the maps already kind of there, and I just have to do small adjustments, and I can draw them as I
exactly,
go. As it is when I started doing it with you, even in Fantasy Guns, when I was first starting the campaign to kind of set everything up for my favorite campaign, it was insane amount of work to get the maps and everything ready. I mean, it's hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of prep time. Like whereas
well,
where
it's
it's
not
enjoyable prep time is
as
still
bad anymore because I'm adept at what I'm doing, and it
yeah
doesn't.
no, but I mean
But
with the
still,
learning curve and having to create maps that aren't
yeah,
already there somewhere. Oh, it's just a pain. I mean, it's fun pain, but it's just a lot of hours.
yep. All right, so you
And then,
guys
like you
head
said,
out.
then the group basically just go misses entire sections of your map anyway. Well, I'm not going to go there. Go ahead.
So you guys head out, and I'm going to throw you guys some experience.
Lots of
Mm.
experience.
Man, how fucked up would it be if we could try to like just kill this guy? We're just like, I don't know what you are. Die.
You walk into a room, and there's two dissected creatures on tables. People have been disappearing. This thing is covered in blood. I mean, it's you found nothing but body parts
Yeah,
all along.
it wasn't a stretch. It was there was a thought in my mind too. It's like this guy's doing science experiments on the local sacrifices, which is, I mean, that's kind of barbaric to begin with to be sacrificing people as that show up for the from the
Look,
lizard folks'
man,
point of view too.
he's not abducting the people. They just kind of come up on his doorstep.
Well, we didn't get the complete story of that either, I don't think, because not like we asked them why they're sacrificing. It seemed like they were doing it to keep anybody from bugging them.
We asked
So the question
the
is, was he bugging them before?
lizard folk
I know,
about
but
it. Not
what's the
him.
reason they started sacrificing? It was because was there issues before that? Was he
Yes,
taking people?
yes.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing I missed. So if the so there was a level of coercion. We certainly had the the potential right to push the issue.
Yes.
I thought.
Since they've been providing the sacrifices, they haven't lost any more lizard people.
Right. And the people they're sacrificing are people
Or so the
incursioning.
rumors go,
Yeah, they're
as far as they know.
unless they're going out and kidnapping people to sacrifice. Anyway, I don't know how much we want to get into the politics of why this guy's being offered sacrifices. We're pretty much done, I think. Of course, we could go out and talk to lizard folk and ask them if they want us to take care of them. Just gonna, we got the stuff we needed from them. Now we've got some gifts from them that we can go back and kill them now.
Yeah, now that we got
Maybe
that
maybe the lizard
XP,
folk
we
will
can
pay us
just
for that.
All right, so you guys come out. Your um, nothing has changed. You when you
Oh,
come out, you
Okay.
see the village there. Here's the map.
Yeah, cool. Great job on this one with all the
And
chopped
I'll just
weed and
throw you
everything.
guys over
Chopped
here.
city.
There you go. Um, all right, so is there anything you wanted to do before you, or what are you guys doing now? It is still early in the morning. Let's see, calendar. So it is about 8:30.
Uh, Luthien, are there any of the ingredients he's looking for that can be found in the swamp?
I didn't.
Since we're
I
here.
only. I wasn't told a very specific set, but we can. She'll definitely, if there are any, start talking with talking and talk about looking for some.
So there are none in the immediate area.
Okay.
Makes sense. We have some heads that we have to get back to where we want to get, right?
Yeah, scrambled
Should
manner.
we start heading back? Is there any, but
Yep.
is there anything else we need to do while we're here?
I think so.
I don't think so.
Then
All right, so give me
start heading back.
survival check. I presume everybody's
Everybody?
helping, so whoever wants to do it can do it with advantage.
God, +6.
I good?
All right, so all total, it took you 11 hours to get where you are now. Um, but you know where you're going. Whereas before you were just sort of searching, looking around, looking for clues, going at a much slower pace. And with the roll that you made, you're able to get back to Waterdeep just as before sunset, about 6 o'clock in the evening. So as you come
Do lunch or
upon up
whatever. I mean,
up to
dinner.
the gates, um, couple of the guards come over. What are y'all planning on doing with that there head?
Talk to Scrambles about that.
I'm gonna sell it.
It is a trophy.
Well, you can't just be bringing heads in here without paying the trophy tax. It's going to cost you a gold to bring that in here.
Is that trophy tax real? Can I like try
But
to?
we say he'll give you a silver and you'll be happy.
Give me some rolls.
What do you need? Which one? I have a perception.
Oh,
Blacksmith.
did not mean to hit advantage. I can roll that again.
That sucked.
No, you don't need to roll it again. I can see what the original
Shit.
rolls were. There was only 1 point difference anyway.
Oh, okay, 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 cool.
Okay, Jackson, you were trying to intimidate them, weren't you?
I not necessarily.
You said, "How about
Right.
I give you a
will.
silver and we call it good," or something like that.
Oh, I see. You're trying to intimidation. Okay, fine. Not much better. Well, there you go. Very unsuccessful. Intimidation is not my thing. Obviously.
And to you, he says, um, "Talking, you're not sure. You've never been to. You've only been to Waterdeep once before, and you're not sure what's involved with big cities. You know, taxes are a thing, but you're not
Gotcha.
sure what's involved." Um, and he says, you look like you're big and tough, but there are a lot more guards than you. So how about you just pay your gold tax and we can move along."
Man, not as easy as getting a shakedown in Riften, that's for sure.
Okay, gate boy. I've done this a few times, and we didn't have to pay a tax the other times. So I know your trophy tax is bullshit. Either bring a manager over here or let me in. And I'd say it in that tone.
Okay, so um, give me an intimidation check, and
I did call him gate boy.
the other guard struts off.
Nice.
And so as you say that, he says, "Well, you know, I was just joshing with you. But those things can be dangerous, so you just be careful. You all have a good night." And he
You too.
goes back.
Thanks for your help.
All right, so you guys are back in Waterdeep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Da, 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 da.
The
Back in Waterdeep. Did we have? I think I remember we had something in Everwinter that we were waiting for. Did we have anything that we were supposed to wait for in Waterdeep?
I don't remember.
No, you have
Oh,
nothing
neither.
going on in Waterdeep. You just need to get your mounts and stuff back in Neverwinter. So the
That's
question is, you in the past you have taken a spiffy, expensive caravan. You've taken a spiffy, expensive ship. So that is still an option. You can investigate those, see if those are available, or you can just hoof it and walk down to Waterdeep. So what would you guys
Don't
like
we
to
own
do?
most of that stuff?
Wait a second, guys. Before we leave Waterdeep, I think we should go say hi to our good friend Durnan. Just
For
saying.
sure.
Yeah, for sure.
And
Yeah,
maybe
Yes.
I
pick
agree.
up
We
some
should say that.
paper and something
Yeah,
to
get some
type some
Yeah,
Some
notes.
paper.
paper
fucking
and
paper.
pens.
Escribe. The scribe.
So if
The stuff you just assume you have on hand all the time that you never think about.
that's right. So it's 2 silver for 1 sheet of paper.
New thing.
And then of course you can get the quill and ink. You really don't need a quill Luthien because you have stuff around you can use if you want to. But
You say that now.
He'll probably get all of it. Just you never know at this point. She'll probably get 15 sheets of paper, and then however much acrylic ink is.
so an ink pen is 2 copper. A and there's all different types of ink. So if you just type in ink, there's dark, there's glowing, there's lead, there's rare, there's squid, invisible, message.
What would be the most common ink source?
Just
Cause like she's just looking for regular old ink.
you can get a half an ounce for 5 gold or a full ounce for a gold, 10 gold.
Oh fuck it, I'll get a
Holy
full ounce.
Jesus,
Why
you got
not?
the rip
There's
off.
also calligrapher's supplies for 10 gold. I know they're technically like a toolkit, but it says that it has the stuff you need.
Oh really? Then maybe I'll just do that and make my life easier.
Yeah.
I would drag the thing to chat, but here.
My dog is set on having a bite of my like cookie pan, and I'm like, you can't have it, but he really, really wants it. And now he's just like nosing all around me.
Oh, there's a writing kit. Okay.
God only types though. He only used a typewriter.
All right. So anyway, you can find that stuff. If you're willing just to pay flat price, then just click it and drag it into your inventory and just subtract the amount, whatever is listed there. I would, if you have a choice, always go with the comprehensive equipment book. Comprehensive equipment manual is the one, just because it has more information. It's a little bit better than it's the same price and everything as the player's
What is
handbook.
this one here? Oh, 5D backgrounds and class equipment bundles has a writing kit, but it doesn't have a cost associated
Right, because you get that when you start.
with
What?
with your background. Except my background didn't have a writing kit of all things. Okay, for a cleric, this kind of surprises
What
me.
book? Okay, I don't have all the books downloaded.
Comprehensive equipment manual. So if you don't have it open, you should add it, because it's a good one. One of my favorites. Oops, I should comprehend.
Found
So
it.
comprehensive equipment manual. All right, so this is close enough. So where did you guys want? How did you want to get back to Nashkel? I mean, Neverwinter.
Honestly, Luthion's down to just walk, show forge as they go along, maybe take a little bit more time doing it. That's her opinion, though.
Or we could just pay for someone to take us back in like a carriage or something.
Yep. You've done
How
both
much would
things
that
so far.
cost? Because I'm kind of tired. We fought a lot of shit. And I'm really hungry. Scrambles wants to eat as much as he can.
So you have a cleric who can create food and water, which is 45 pounds of food,
Holy
30
shit,
gallons
that's so
of
much
I
water.
don't
food.
know if that's enough for us, guys.
But
30 gallons.
Just get it to cast it twice.
it is bland food.
You mean salt?
I don't think I even have that as one of my choices. I
You're
mean,
a cleric, you
I
have
can't.
next day.
I don't. Yeah, no, I could do it tomorrow, but I can't do it now.
Food is bland but nourishing.
but
Miss Bread
it
is what
means
I'm hearing.
it means not having something else. So
But
I
yeah, you're
usually
only
just buy my
Waterdeep.
food.
There's plenty of food to be had.
Ooh.
But to answer your question, I need percentiles. Are you just checking out the caravan?
Yeah, I just want to know how much it would cost to like get back home. What's the? I want to know like the most luxurious way, the median way, and then walking is obviously cheapest. So I need the median way and then the most luxurious way to get back.
Okay, so but you're looking for caravans or carriages or that type of thing, right? You're
Yeah.
not looking at water yet.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
That's how you
Water's
got
also
here.
fine.
You got
Yeah,
here by ship.
that's right. Also, a ship would be nice. If they have a ship, I'll look into that too. I really want to exploit the fact that I got 9%, so I'm like, yeah, I'll just take out anything I can get. Just also, if I could learn to become a dragon, that'd be neat.
You can take 3 levels of druid and become. Actually, no, dragons aren't beasts. Never mind. But if you take polymorph is level 3 spell, so if you take 3 levels of spellcaster, I mean 5 levels of spellcaster, you can polymorph
Yeah, and
into a dragon.
then you can cast
Hell
command
yeah.
yourself just once.
Can Toggin make a polymorphous spell? Potion?
No, I cannot make
No.
polymorph as a potion.
No, bummer.
I'm not sure I even have access to polymorph as a spell. Wait, yes I do. Wait. I'm like, wait a second, I actually did cast it.
I was gonna say, didn't you use it once for your? Was that you? Was that this? That might not be this campaign.
Um,
No, it wasn't this campaign. It
I
was
can
one.
polymorph people into beasts. Because it says you can. The new form can
Is a dragon a
be
beast or
any
no?
beast. No, they're not beasts.
Oh, they're magical creatures.
Now, true polymorph might be able to do that, but polymorph cannot turn someone into a dragon.
All right, so with the roll that you made, there are both a caravan and ships leaving tomorrow.
Okay.
Here it is. Okay, so copper and silver. Okay, so what I was looking for is when I got distracted was image, short coast. All right, is this the one I want? The one I really, really want?
So tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
I wanna, I
You
wanna, I wanna, I wanna.
you beat me by like
Really, really,
seconds on
really
that.
want a zig a zig.
This is it. Okay. So, um, this may take a minute to load. I have it zoomed in where it should be, but you can also zoom out and you can see where you're going. Oh, that's right. I had it. I had mixed you guys up. So the distance is correct. It's just the opposite direction. So let me answer your question. Let me see. I don't have it set right. What kind of bull? Alright, where's the key? Here it is. Alright, so this is grid. Multiplier is, so it needs to be times 5 what it is now, so 25. Let's see if that works. It does. Perfect. Okay, so now the miles are correct when you drew an arrow. Alright, so Neverwinter is 300 miles. So it would take you, if you guys take the, I'll zoom back in for the stream. There's Waterdeep. Alright, so you're actually going south, even though this map shows Neverwinter to the north. 300 miles, and then way down by Amen is where you are eventually going to go. So that will be 225. So right where it says Winding Water, that is where Neverwinter is. And you all are heading down to just above the cloud peaks. So from there, it's almost the same distance. Let's see, it is see, because I messed myself up before because I made the city of Nashkel, and I kept getting them mixed up with your city.
I was just sitting out on the porch on the step stool
All
while
right,
Black
and
was.
Phandalin isn't even on this map. That's stupid. Okay. Anyway, so you are about 400 miles north of Phandalin when you guys hit Neverwinter. Um, anyway, so the answer to your question is if it's 300 miles, it costs, doing mental math, so for the cheapest to just ride with a caravan, if you want to be guard for a caravan, then they will pay for your food, they will provide places for you to sleep. Some of you, they'll rotate shifts, so some of you will sleep during the day while you guard at night, and vice versa.
Okay.
And they have a wagon with basically hay, filled with hay that people sleep in. So it's a shared wagon. So
Hey.
that you ride in during the day or sleep in at night. That is the cheapest. It'll cost you 5 gold per person to take that route. If you want to go in a carriage, so in a fancy carriage, they also provide the food, which is what you did last time. That is 25 gold per person. And then if you want to take a ship, it is much faster, and that is 50 gold per person. And the ship they have happens to be the same ship you were in before, so you know it's magically protected. It's a big giant ship. It's very comfortable.
Are we in a hurry? Or is there something specific we are now charged with doing? I do not remember if we've pretty much done everything we were needing to do, right?
Yes.
I say we go as guards. The hell, get paid, get free food, and take our time. Work down there, level up, with any luck.
Right. I think the luxury ship is good too because we have lots of money. Just, now we worked a lot and get a little R&R, so to speak.
Well,
All right, so take 10 minutes, take our break. You guys think about what you want to do. When we get back, you guys can decide how much you're willing to spend each person. That'll get you down to Neverwinter, and then we can go from there. So we will be back
cool.
in 10 minutes, guys.
Change.
All right, we are back. All right, and before we jump into it, again, if you haven't tried it, try Dubby. Use Spencer77 in the checkout to get 10% off. It's amazing. Every flavor I've had is great. I just started a new one today. So, check it out. It helps me, and you saves you money. So, all right, quote.
Is it in regular storage?
Nope, Dubby.com. Dubby.com.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, go. Okay, yeah, all right.
So the general consensus is what? How do you guys want to get home?
I'd like to go with a large group. I wouldn't mind guarding the wagons. I think 50 is too much money to pay to go back home. But I'd be down for like the
Per
medium.
person, yeah.
Yeah, 50 a person's a lot of money to take a boat ride. So, but yeah, I mean, I would prefer to guard the wagons, or take the wagons, either the luxury wagons or guard them. Scrambles is fine with either one, as long as at some point he can like sleep in a wagon or sleep on the ground next to a wagon. So I don't want to be trudging 24/7.
Okay. That's one person. Godin, Jackson Luthien.
I already said.
I'm fine running in the helping guard the wagon.
Guard. Okay, so it's 3
Yeah,
for
I'll
guarding.
I'm good with guarding.
I'm for guarding. Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Easy
we're all
enough.
unanimously.
So let me. You guys are going down the
Let's
King's
do
Highway
Rio.
or the Tradeway, depending on where you are on the Tradeway. It changes names. There's also the Coastway is the thing I'm thinking of. Anyway, so you guys are cruising down a major road. You're able to get about 25 miles a day because you guys have a big caravan. Because you have a big caravan, a lot of the people are going to, the smaller bandits and things are going to ignore you.
I'm straight.
Yeah, you guys do have it. I do have it still. Alright, so. Gotta wait for it. First day. Let me double. Close this map. So what I'm probably going to do is once you guys get back to where you live. Where's my Sword Coast? Close map.
Vandalin.
I'm probably going to have it be, so this is the Sword Coast map that we've been using the whole time, but it's a zoomed in version. Oh, I see. Okay, so my mind was just in the wrong place.
Oh, isn't
I
that always
thought
the
this
case?
was okay. So for some reason, I had in my mind that this was Amen down here because I've been using the Nashkel in the Nashkel campaign. It looks very similar to this, but there's Burdusk up here. Yeah, so the map is similar enough to where not actively thinking about them and comparing them. All right, so I'm going to eventually, once you guys get back to Neverwinter, I'm going to just Scooby-Doo it and put you and say you all are where you're supposed to be according to the real Sword Coast map, the one I just showed you, the big one.
Right.
So for now, we're leaving it the way it is. You guys are a week away from Neverwinter, but once you get back to Neverwinter, everything will be where it should be. You're just outside Phandalin, because in reality, Waterdeep is actually south.
Gotcha.
So
If
anyway, doesn't matter. It doesn't affect or change anything we've done. It's just in my mind, everything now just clicked because I don't have access. I can't show you the Nashkel map, but if you were to ever look at the Nashkel map, it's very similar.
It's very similar. I was over here also looking south. I'm like, huh, I don't know why I can't see Neverwinter. Cause it's north. Cause
All
it's
right.
north.
Anyway, so now I've figured it out. Okay, so we'll adjust that in a second. Because going forward, you guys will still be in the South Shore Coast, messing around doing stuff. Um, so you stop for the night. Here is the
Nice.
3D view
Nice.
of the camp
Very nice.
and how they have it
When
set up.
did you reuse that? Love
Nice.
that for you.
And
Is that a picture you took?
it's and then this is the actual overhead view of the exact same map. It's just with the software I use sometimes. You can zoom in and do 3D
Nice.
tours and stuff of everything.
Awesome.
So there's the caravan. And some guards.
It's nice.
Alright, so the first night also goes by uneventfully. Is there anything you guys wanted to do, talk about, while you during the night, during the day of travel, or during the night?
I think I have some magic items that I want to be able to identify.
Okay. What are they?
Let me go through my inventory really quick.
Scrambles is
I
going
have
to eat
a
a bunch.
steel
As much as
gauntlet.
food as they'll allow him to eat, he's going to drink a bunch of alcohol. After his shift is done, of course.
Okay. They don't have a lot of alcohol. You said steel gauntlet.
Yes.
Steel gauntlet. There it is. That is not a magic item. That is a masterfully crafted steel gauntlet embellished with small rubies worth 125 gold.
Okay, cool. And I also have a spell book that I want to take a look at. It is called Spellbook. It's in my handy haversack with the S's. Just want to make sure that I'm not missing anything about.
Alright, so
stuff.
it contains wizard spells. I'll say that you're able to eventually talk to people or figure it out yourself. I don't know how witches work as far as being able to interpret divine and regular spells. Lock. There we go. So it's called the Drowned Spellbook.
Nice. I think that might actually be the only non-identified item I have in my inventory. So.
Alright.
than that, I guess Luthien and I are gonna be finding herbs if we can, if we have time to.
All right, so both of you give me. Let's see, you. This would be coastal. Give me percentiles. All right, so Toggin, you get this one.
And if I'm remembering correctly, I believe both of us have an herbalism skill.
So I don't remember exactly what this will spit out. What the hell? There it is, Toggin. Jeez. All right, did you get the?
Yes.
Okay, and then Luthien, you get this one. Toggin, you get 2 rolls on yours. And Luthien, you get 2 on yours.
That's not right.
Okay.
Why did it only do the...
All right, so we have 2 commons, an uncommon, and a very common. Okay. All right, so the very common, I'll just go ahead and push because you will know what these are. You don't have to do a check. That was for Luthien. Here you go. Get to roll once on that. And are you able to open that link, Joe?
Sorry, I was doing things. No, I cannot. It's not loaded.
Oh, hold on. What does it? Locus. There we go. And so, give me a so you can make little tattoos with them. Go ahead and give me a D. So this is very common. I'm gonna say it's a D12. Actually, no, make it 3D4 is how many you find of these. I'll add it to the party sheet. I don't. Well, can you drag it from the the window that popped up into your inventory?
Let me. Yeah, I dropped him.
Perfect. So
I'll take.
drag it once, and you get 6 of them.
Cool.
And then that was a very common one. Here's the uncommon. So uncommon is Toggin. Toggin, give me a D6. Okay, that's just silly. They have their table is a D6 plus 1. So it's just a D6. I don't know why they have the plus 1. It's stupid. Anyway, you rolled that. So give me an herbalism check. It is going to be, this is that, so it would be DC 12. This is pretty easy. All right, and 2d4 plus 2. Luthien, this is on your list.
Okay, this is my last one. It's a special night tonight. That didn't even work.
Your last what?
Nothing.
All right, and Luthien, go ahead and give for the. Oh yeah. So you
It
found
just
this
says
one.
plant for me.
What? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought identified it. It
I
was
couldn't get
showing
my
There we
identified
are.
on my
It was
play
So like,
list.
identified, and then suddenly it was not.
yeah,
Okay.
I was like, that's a nice plant.
Yeah. So Cecily is on your list. As a doctor wanted.
Cool. Okay.
And
How many did I find?
you didn't find any. That's talking.
Oh, okay. How many did Toggin find?
Sagan found 6. How many do you need?
That's what I was gonna ask next.
Woo!
He wanted 2.
Alright, are you okay with giving me 2?
Yeah.
All right. So common is the last one, correct? Both of you have a common.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Both of you give me a herbalism DC 10. It's pretty much a gimme. Because if one doesn't get it, the other one will. Alright, so I'm just
You
gonna
have double proficiency? Wow.
She's an arc druid, man.
Yeah, it's just herbalism.
Alright, so each give me a roll on that. And then these are common, so you're gonna get 2d6. Alright, mountain garlic and Ansirk. Ansirk. Identified. Very cool. Ansirk is also on your list. Mountain garlic, here it is. He wants one of the Ansirks.
Take one.
And mountain garlic. Alright, so that should have been everything, correct? The 4 different things.
Yes, I believe
Cool.
so.
Alright, now that we're finished with that, anybody else doing anything? Scrabbles or Jackson? Got
Nope.
in? You guys gonna do anything during the night or?
No, just rest a bunch. Probably play my didgeridoo at some point.
Nice. Go ahead and give me. Are you just going to do that, or are you going to perform your flaming balls?
Oh, I'll do my whole performance. I got
Okay.
time. Why
Starts
not?
with the didgeridoo to like lead into the flame performance.
Yeah.
It, like sets the vibe.
I get a boom boom clap going with my didgeridoo, and then I go into performance mode.
Nice. All right, so give me a performance check.
It's not a very good performance, guys.
It's the first night.
And
You
then
haven't
roll again
like,
for
made
the
the routine yet.
what are they called again? The flaming balls.
I don't
Great
know.
balls of fire.
Oh, the poi?
Boy, yeah,
Yeah. I was like, what do you mean?
Great
Not
balls
great.
of fire.
that's right.
Yeah.
All right. So, do you have a very easy crowd? They're not doing anything else anyway. And there are a couple other people who have instruments. They are about as good as you. And so they'll back you up when as you do your didgeridoo if they know the tune, and then as you're doing your performance with the poi, uh, they will play during that as well, um, and it just livens the mood and makes and people have a good time. So that's awesome. All right, so day 2 comes around, and you see some. Give me some scrambles. You were sleeping at night, so you would be taking a shift during the day. Um,
Not fair.
give me, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I don't know,
I'm
probably
gonna say
like
there's
acrobatics or.
one other person. All right, Luthien, you're the other one who's on duty at the time. I need perception checks from Scrambles and Luthien, please. All right, so Luthien, you see them first. You see these flying creatures as they're a ways off. See that there are 4 of them. You're not sure exactly what they are at first, and then you do recognize what they are. So you can just make them out as they pass through some clouds, and you see them bank and start turning toward the caravan. Luthien, do you say anything?
Luthien's gonna point them out to Scrambles. And then, I'm thinking if there's anything big to scare him off with.
I got just the thing.
Yeah. Okay. He's just gonna point them out and say maybe we can scare him off. If they see that, I'm assuming she knows enough about wyverns, like semi about wyverns, or even just big animals. Thinking you're like a cougar or something, you get big, you get loud, and you can ideally scare them off without biting them. Is what she's basically saying. I'm sorry, my brain is slow. It's not doing the brain thing today. But you get the
Alright.
gist of what I'm trying to
I
say,
know
right?
exactly what Scrambles wants to do.
Yeah. Scribbles is gonna pull out his wand.
Yeah!
And he's gonna let some of those sparkle bombs ring. I think I can do like 3 without exhausting the wand. Let me check my actions real quick.
So it resets. Doesn't it reset every day?
Where did the wand go?
I think I might have it.
I see Rond of Secrets, but I used to have it in my inventory and my actions page.
Did you ever get it
get
back
removed?
from
Yeah, I got it back from Grimmy.
Grimmy?
But did it
Yeah.
ever get added back to your inventory at that point?
I
Let's
do.
see.
W.
Inventory. Luthien, I sent you a whisper.
Yeah, I saw it. She is gonna turn to Scrambles and say, "No." Is it? Do I know if it's in a bite or is it in a scratch? Is it on their skin?
Their tail.
Alright, watch their tails. They do have a very dangerous poison.
Ooh. Thank you for the heads up.
By the way, it looks like. Okay, so cool. This is something new. Because I thought maybe, knowing Mantha, she had just done it herself. But it's now also on your inventory. So there's a. Just under your rations, you see the large, bold, italics word that says ring. in your inventory scrambles?
Yes.
That's because it's unidentified. So
Oh.
they've done that now so that um, you guys can know that you have things that are unidentified. So this is what it looks like, and I'll identify it because you guys have
Oh, I
popped.
already had that one. I've seen that one before.
There you go.
We got that way back when with Sorkle.
Yep.
So it's not. It has to be attuned, so you're not wearing it, but it exists, and there you go. You now have it identified if you want to use it. Anyway, getting back to the wand,
Nice.
it would not appear that you have the wand of pyrotechnics. So let me add that back to you. Yeah, I don't see it. So
I also don't see it, which is weird. Because I had it as like a coded item, like my
he
wand
did
of
not take
secrets
it
was.
again this time. So
I'm like, I know with how upset he was that Scrambles would not have left without getting it back.
all right, so there you go.
I'm
Now you've got it
pretty
back.
dang sure we got it back.
We
I'm,
did.
I'm 90% sure.
He did. This doesn't mean he didn't lose it again, but so
That's
far
fair.
he hasn't lost it.
No, I've been checking for it.
All right, so there you go. There's the thing.
Not very well, apparently.
Is it in like the party sheet or something like that?
No, I put it in your inventory.
Oh, okay,
It's
cool.
toward the bottom.
Perfect.
All right, so go ahead and give me a percentile.
Everybody?
No, just scrambles because he's shooting off the wand of pyrotechnics.
Oh,
Okay, how many
okay.
expenditures,
I
charges are you
don't know how
using?
many I have per day. Is it 4 per day or
I think
3?
it's 7. I think it's 7.
I know. I just added it to your inventory. I didn't read it.
I think it's 7.
Oh, okay. Give me half
If
a
you,
second.
but you
Then.
can't use the last one, or it won't reset or something.
It's like, yeah, but it's a big number.
Either 7 or 20. It's one of those big numbers.
W wand of secrets.
It was all the way toward the bottom.
Wand of pyrotechnics. There it is. Yeah, 7 charges. I'm gonna shoot it off 5 times.
All right, so give me 5 percentiles.
On the plus side, he wakes up everybody that's not on guard duty.
All right, so even though they didn't say anything, you guys hear these explosions.
Gosh,
As
it's
he's
so cool.
firing them off. All right, and then the last thing is let me check this. Do a roll. Requested rolls. Oh, I don't have that. Never mind. So I'm just gonna do it this way. Disadvantage. All right, so that is enough to drive them away. As they'll sort of veer off and just head back inland. All right, so the rest
That's
of the
pretty
day,
cool, huh?
rest of the day goes by uneventfully. Caravan lead guard and owner throughout the day come over to you and thank you for helping. And they caravan owner gives you an extra 5 gold.
Oh, nice. I appreciates that, man.
So it basically just gives you back what you paid to
ride.
along, making it free for you.
Nice.
They didn't have to do anything else. They probably could have handled it between you all and them, but You made it really simple. They have lost some cattle and things from wyverns before, though they're known to
Oh,
swoop down and grab stuff and then just fly away. They don't fight; they just do a swoop
Why
and
does it
grab.
have like the introduction How to Train Your Dragon scene where like
Yep, exactly. Yep. All right. So second night, you gonna perform again?
yes.
Okay.
Skills.
Performs once, you have to perform again.
Man, we're not rolling well.
You say we, but
All right. So that's your didgeridoo. You're getting better. So now do your poi.
All right.
If you're doing both.
Yep, we'll do both of them. There we go. Fuck around.
Nice.
this time everybody already knows that you're cooler because you did the wyvern stuff. So
Yeah,
now it like has that extra impact, right?
exactly.
That's right. And how often do you see Minotaur with? He's got those giant horns. I mean, that in itself makes it more difficult to do poi. Swing these balls around you. Very easy. If you mess up, it gets very exciting quick
Very messy, very
Yeah,
as
quick.
it flies around your horn. All right. So it will be Godin and Taugen and Jackson. So let's see which one of you. So each of you, Godin, Taugen, and Jackson, give me percentiles.
Okay.
Jackson,
Yes.
give me percentile.
I just thought you didn't work.
Nope.
Man. Nope. I thought it worked. There we go. Super high.
All right. So Jackson, you're asleep. Um, you're not on duty at this time. Taugen, you are, but you are opposite of Godin. Godin, you have as a bugbear, you have dark vision, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna say because the torches and things, you're not at disadvantage like you normally would be. Uh, go ahead and give me a perception check. It is contested, so you can just do it in the chat. Nice. Dirty 20. Alright, so I'm not going to bother with initiative just yet. Here is the map for those of you who don't have it. I'm going to throw Godin on there real quick. I'm not going to worry about line of sight either. Just use your common sense. The wagons block line of sight. Alright, so you see something lurking through the shadows. Some sort of oops, wrong button. Target mode and ping mode are too similar. Right over here in these bushes, there's something hiding in these bushes as it moves from bush to the second bush, but you can't make it out. It just looks to be a small humanoid.
All right. I will. I'm going to subversively kind of adjust my mace at certain depths so I've got a quick grip to it. And I'm going to somewhat loudly yell over to the guard on my right, "Oh, I got to take a piss." And I will move kind of toward here, kind of not even trying to hide going straight that way, just kind of
Okay.
being loud.
All right, man. Just don't take one of mine.
And then progress as I see what's there.
Okay, so as you move closer, you see. Let me get since you're watching for it. I don't know if this is a token or not. Hold on, we'll see. We will find out as it moves back. It is okay. Um, you're close enough where you see it's a gnome, a little gnome, and she's sliding back, trying to hide from in the shadows. And she slinks back and then freezes.
So I pretend like I'm unbuckling myself while I actually reach into my pouch and grab a little bit of moss. And then I utter a couple words, and I will reach down to my feet, grab a rock, and kind of turn my back to where the creature is and cast light on the rock, and then turn around quickly and throw it over, kind of illuminate the area that they're hiding in.
Okay. Um, give me a dex check. So it's not the save, but the check on the other side.
Oh, check.
All right. So it doesn't hit her, but it's enough to where she's illuminated and she jumps up and takes off whoosh, south and east over here. Whoosh, starts running off.
I'll move over here and kind of watch, make sure that it continues to move away from my camp. And if there doesn't appear to be any other
Okay. Yep, she does.
response, I will
And then she gets in the
go
dark
back up
here.
here and tell the guard what I saw and where, and then just kind of
Okay.
take up position again.
All right. As far as you can tell, nothing else happens that night. And the next day is uneventful as well. You guys are making really good time. You go. Looks like you. Those of you who have survival and stuff are able to tell. You probably go an extra 5 or so miles that day. You're making really good time. No real, you know. Keep thinking cattle. They're not cattle. The animals that are pulling the
What? Mule, donkey, horse,
they're oxen, but they're
oxen.
the ones that are pulling the carts and stuff are don't have to stop as often, and they do really well that day. And you're expected to get into Neverwinter on the 21st, which is also the night of the full moon. All right, and last night goes by uneventfully, and you guys have arrived. You arrive in Neverwinter on the 21st at. You guys made some really good time, so it's going to be 9 o'clock in the morning. Just making a note in the calendar. Alright, so don't forget, if you ever care, you can always look at the calendar under your tools on the right next to the combat tracker party sheet. There's a calendar, and as you open that up, you'll see that there are a lot of days with red dots, and the one with the black dot is, or black square rather, is the current day. But you can open up any of these numbers, ones with the red dots, and those there are notes. I try to do my best to keep it up to date and give you an idea, so you can remind yourself what happened on those certain days and what you guys have been up to. The new year started relatively early this month, the hammer, so you would have to change the year to 1623 to see last year's stuff, but that's always there if you ever want to find out, oh, when did I do this, or when did we get to Neverwinter, or when did we leave. It's all there, at least should be in theory. And birthdays are here as well. I think everybody has a birthday listed. Actually, no, I think I didn't change them from last year yet.
Within the calendar?
Nope, I didn't switch
For
them over.
instance, notes that you have for game.
I don't think it doesn't look like they got switched over. They used to be on the map, on the calendar rather.
Yeah, I'll have to find them and put them on there. Anyway, so I add that note. Anyway, so the calendar exists. It's a thing. I'm one of the few DMs I know of who actually uses it. Close. All right. Close. Caravan picture. Close. Close. All right. So real quick, you guys get one more. So you guys had 2 days that you missed. Toggin and Luthien. The first day is coastal again. Give me another percentiles.
From
Toggin and Luthien doing their scavenging real quick.
Gotcha.
Oh, there is a cities. Cool. Alright. So for the last day, I'll also let you do the city. So we actually have 3. Alright, so Todger. Okay, so coastal is there you go. And this one is for Luthien. Alright, so give me 2 rolls on each of those. Interesting. So it populated for Luthien. Didn't populate for Toggin. Okay. Very rare. There's only one. Give me a nature check. I mean, herbalism check. It's DC 15. Toggin. And very common. Very common.
I'm gonna go ahead and use my inspiration for that.
Okay. Luckily, you have another herbalist with you. There you go. All right, so it's all right. So you're able to find one application of that Chroma slime,
Cool.
and then very common. Here you go. Target. All right. So Arc Angelica. This is common, so you guys are able to know that. And Harlequin's Harp. Harlequin. All right, so Luthien, for your very commons. Let's see, one was common, one was very common. So your very common, the Harlequin's Harp, that's 3d4. And your common is 2d6. And I gave Toggin, I gave you the very common list. Let's go ahead and roll on that.
I don't see it. Can you send it again?
Okay. Toggin, there you go.
There we go.
Giraffe. Alright, and that's very common, so 3d4. Nice, it's a healing one.
Already got some.
Good.
Heals 1d4. Nice.
Luthien, did you want any of that?
I have a little bit of draft, but I'll definitely take a little bit if you want to share.
If you want to take 3, I'll take 4.
You can
Sounds
make
good.
some draft beer.
But oh, I beat you to it.
Alright, so, and then one last thing real quick. Both of you give me percentiles for Neverwinter. And for the rest of you, let me pull this up.
Oh no! Zeros are 100! No! I thought it was really good! I thought it was awesome! Man.
Nope, it is 1.
Oh.
Wow, yeah, so you guys aren't able to find anything in the city.
That's unfortunate.
For the first day at least, so. So if you happen to remember, there are tables for city plants. So you guys, if you want to scavenge in the city, the back alleys and stuff, and the sewers and stuff, let me know.
Okay, will
Okay,
do.
here is image of Neverwinter. So it's up to you guys. At this point, you are at Neverwinter. Some of them are marked with these green things, and if you click on them, they open up into different pictures. The green pins is what I'm talking about.
Holy shippers.
So feel free. I think the arcane acquisitions, I think you guys already did everything you needed to do there.
I think I gotta pick it up.
Everyone's is a really big city,
It is, yes.
technically.
Waterdeep is even bigger,
Really compared to Fandolin.
but yes. Oh yeah, Fandolin is barely a village.
Oh,
I mean, it's growing, thanks to you guys. It's much bigger than it was when you guys got there. But um,
imagine us building a castle and then we come back and it looks like that from
there
all
you
the
go.
commerce we generate.
Exactly. Castle never scaled is there. It's a nice little. Here, I'll pull it up for the stream. It's a cool little picture. All right. So, is there anything? So, I've got the city here. Um, last time we were here, you guys went to the Shard of the Moon, and by you guys, I mean, I'm not the Shard of the Moon. You went somewhere else. Moonstone Mask.
The
Is that what it
Moonstone
was?
Mask.
Yes, the
Yeah.
Moonstone Mask. Toggin and Scrambles went there for some beverages and some sophisticated company. And that is not a euphemism. That's all it was. But it looks cool. It's a nice little. If you open up the images for the Moonstone Mask, it's a floating city, or not a city, but a small little section of land. Uh,
Floating.
Floating. Yep. Like I said, it's number 4, all the way to the east. So you guys have been to all of these different locations before. Did you want to do anything else? You want to follow up? You have to pick up your mounts anyway. If you want to, we can stop here for the night and then pick up here next week. You guys can do some shopping or some looking around Neverwinter if you want. There are always quests to be had in Neverwinter as well, or you can just head straight home.
Well, quest sounds like a good idea, but also I want to check out the metalworkings. There's probably a couple in town, so very interested in that.
So if you look at number 12, there's Branwyn's Sharp Edge and Branur's Dependable Defenses. They are brother and sister dwarves. And there are 2 blacksmiths right next to each other. But one of them is geared toward armor. The other one is geared toward weapons and stuff.
Cool. Definitely, yeah, definitely see me there.
Okay.
Where were we staying in this place? What section?
I believe you stayed at the Beach Leviathan last time.
We stayed at whatever the boat was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Beach Leviathan.
Yes. Yep. You stayed at the Beach Leviathan, which is also over to the east. Alright, so is everybody cool with that? There's the Beach Leviathan.
Yeah, that works for me.
Alright, so we will stop here then. Thank you guys for playing. I know we didn't do a whole lot tonight as far as combat and stuff, but got some cool role play going on. You guys found some herbs, slung some poi, played some didgeridoos. And once I close these 400 things I've got, and I get to change the background away from the crashed ship now. So none of you can use this weapon, by the way. So it's up to you guys whether or not you want to the weapon that the doctor gave you.
Yeah.
Oh, we can't?
Because it requires somebody with an intelligence of 18.
And what are we? How intelligent are we?
We're not that smart, guys.
Yeah. So the looking at the where is it? Main? Yeah, here it is. So the intelligence of the group is 10, 10, 12, 14, 15.
the
I'm
closest
probably doing all the
person
heavy
here to
work
the
there,
answers.
so.
Um, now you
But
do
now
know.
look at our strength scores, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Have you seen us do a fucking cartwheel lately?
yeah. Your strength is 12, 15, 16, 18, 20. So yeah, you guys can be movers, professional movers if you want.
Yeah.
There you go.
Acrobats.
Yeah, our dex is pretty about the same too.
Yes. Yep.
But
12 and then 16, 16, 16, 18. Yep. So, and your con is not too shabby either. 12, 14,
hey
16,
guys,
16, 18. So,
I've got enough charisma for the rest of the group.
yeah. So,
I already have an in with the guy who owns a traveling circus.
but
Yeah, we
there
just
are
become
things
one of
like
the acts.
circlets of, it's not circlet of intelligence, but it's something like that where it bumps you up to 19, whoever wears it, stuff like that. Or you can keep it and display it. It does cool stuff. It does pretty amazing stuff. Cast spells of all different types. And you have two herbalists, so even though it's not really alchemy, they could sort of probably try to jury rig some of the alchemical stuff that's in it. Or you can just sell it. So be thinking about that as well, what you want to do with that weapon.
I think either we display it at home or we get one of those like circlets that so one of us can use it. I don't want to sell it. It's cool. It's unique, you know? Anyway,
I agree.
Yeah.
Intellect. Headband of Intellect, that's what it's called. Um, and there's a ion stone of intellect that will increase your intelligence score by 2, but that's still not enough. Alright, so yeah, so you need a headband of intellect um, in order to give you 19. Plus, you'd look cool while you were wearing it. It is just so you know, it is an uncommon item, so it's not that expensive, but it does require attunement, so it's something to think about. Alright, guys, so thank you for playing. We'll see you next week. So, does everybody agree with Jackson? Did you want to look around for some quests around Neverwinter, or do you want to head home?
I think Lucy would probably want to head home.
Okay.
yeah, Luthien has the Catoblepus calf that you're trying to.
Yep, got a good guard dog. A sneaky guard dog, but a guard dog nonetheless.
And I think we probably want to stop carrying these heads around with us.
I just want to get my head stuffed, like all the different heads that I have.
Yes,
So,
that
You
would
have
definitely need to be
something
done
in your
here in
head that just.
Neverwinter since you
yeah,
didn't do it in Waterdeep.
exactly.
Although we could retcon it and say you did it in Waterdeep and then they'll ship it by caravan down to you. And that would actually be probably better because that's 3 less days of it sitting on the back of a cart rotting.
Yeah, let's do that. I like that idea.
Okay. Alright. So we have one to stay here, one to go back. What do the other two want to do? The other 3?
Want to give us one of those X and O things?
Sure. We can do vote / vote. I want to go to Fandolin. Alright, so if you want to go to Fandolin, then make it a check. If you don't want to go to Fandolin, make it an X. That means you want to stay here and do quests or something else. Right, so it's 2 people.
And the check is go to Fandolin. X is
Yes,
stay
I
here.
want to go to Fandolin. Check yes. X is no, I don't want to go to Fandolin. I want to
Did you throw it up already?
say here. Yep, it's in
Yeah,
the
it's
chat.
in chat.
Scroll all the way down to the bottom.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Me
okay,
just
that covers
waiting
for a
for it
second.
and then realizing that's because I scrolled up in my chat as well.
Yep.
What's,
Oh
which one is
no.
mine?
Oh no.
Okay.
I think I'm clicking too many.
You can just keep clicking until you wipe it out, and then you can add it. Whatever you want to
Yeah,
do.
but I'm clicking and it's clicking somebody else's thing. Okay, hold on. Fuck. Right, here we go. God damn it. I don't know what's going
You
on.
don't know which one is yours
I mean,
until you
it's like
click.
everybody. I started clicking on one, and then somebody else clicked it too. So I don't know
That was
where we're
me. I'll
all.
bet you. I bet you I did. All right, we're good to go. Make sure you got a vote in there, everybody.
All right. So, um,
1, 2, 3, 4. Is that
Okay.
all of
Somebody's
us?
missing.
yes. Nope. There's
No,
5 of
one
you.
of them is Sven
The camera.
because I went to him as well.
Yeah. So, uh, all right. So we will. You guys will head back to Fandolin, and next week. Now you can. That doesn't mean you can't mess around and buy stuff and do stuff in Neverwinter. I have all this cool pictures and things and places, so
Yeah.
you don't have to leave immediately. But you guys got here in the afternoon and at about 9 o'clock in the morning, so we can spend the rest of the day doing what you want to do. And we'll be
Start
back
tomorrow
next
or
week.
whatever.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that happiness, and whatever else you do, enjoy the rest of your day. Say goodnight, guys.
Good night, guys.
Guys.
Good night.